Hello, everyone. I am Commissioner Maxwell B. Chambers here at the City of Miramar, and welcome to another edition of Commission Corner. And today we have a special guest with us, Miss Kaven Mears.
Kaven Mears, yes.
Welcome. How are you, ma'am?
Thank you.
Good.
I am very well. Thanks for asking.
Thank you for being here with us today. And as you know, Trinidad and Tobago celebrate their 60th Diamond Jubilee Independent on August 31st, 2022. Trinidad and Tobago received their independence from Great Britain August 31st, 1962,
Yes.
and become a republic in 1976. So the people of Trinidad and Tobago are very proud of their island.
Yes,
And
we are.
They do celebrating them in fashion, in style.
Always.
Right,
Always.
and it's no different here at the City of Miramar. For the first time, we have celebrated here at the City of Miramar, Trinidad and Tobago Independent.
Yes, you did. And it was a gala affair. I was so happy that I was able to attend. And we did have a fair amount of representation. It could have been better. But like you said, it was the first one, so we were very happy.
Thank you, thank you. And you always got to start with the first.
Absolutely.
Every 100 miles begins with the first step.
So true.
So this is
So
the first
true.
step in celebrating Trinidad and Tobago Independence here at the City of
Yes.
Miramar. So thank you.
We're looking forward to many more celebrations
Of course,
in the
of course.
city, lovely city
Of
of
course.
Miramar.
So tell me, the young lady growing up back in Trinidad and receiving that independent, how was it? Were you?
Yes, I grew up in Trinidad. I left Trinidad at the age of 17 and a half to go to England. But my growing up years were very, very happy. I was at home when we gained independence in 1962. Actually, I had just started high school. And the celebrations that went on during that month, I would say for the year, it was incredible, incredible. Well, you know, Trinidadians love to party. So this was just added, reason to party some more. But, it was also a bit somber, I guess, because we were leaving, Britain, some of the colonialism, which probably we didn't mind.
Right.
As young people growing up, we probably had a little bit more insight into what went on, and we were more vocal about it as compared to our parents. But it was nice to be among that time and to have the celebration going on.
Right. Now, we celebrating the independence here at the City of Miramar with the crowd that we have, something that was put together, I think in a week and a half. And we have the food, a lot of tasty food from Trinidad and Tobago. And we also have the lovely lady who sung the national anthem, both the U.S. anthem and the Trinidadian.
She was excellent.
Right,
Excellent.
right. It was
Yes.
lovely.
Yeah.
And then we have of course, we have the DJ playing some traditional
Yes.
Trinidadian and Tobago music.
Right, right.
But the highlight of the night was the steel pan.
The steel pan.
Right.
The steel pan. The steel pan, as you know, is the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. It was the only instrument invented in the 21st century. And from where it came, from the backwoods, the ghettos, it is now represented throughout the world in places like Carnegie Hall and other places of high, standing. So it has come a long, long way. But whenever you hear that steel pan beat,
Yeah.
it resonates, and you can't help yourself from getting up and shaking the leg.
and the steel pan, it's throughout the world. I cannot think of a nationality who do not appreciate the steel pan.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. It's now throughout the world. Wherever you go in the world, you can hear people playing the steel pan or talking about the steel pan. Right now, it's very, very big in Japan.
Wow.
Japan, I think, is like the third place where steel pan is most popular.
And I think Japan is a country that really appreciate Caribbean influence, the music.
They do.
They
do.
The Jamaican music. Japan, they sometimes they don't even speak English, but they know the music.
Exactly. Well, you know, they say music is a universal language. So, you know, we
That's
all
true.
attuned to it.
That's true.
We all attuned to it.
And I believe the steel pan came out of the drums.
It came out from the drums. We had oil drums.
Oil field.
Yes, from the oil fields. And they started, you know, tuning the oil drums, and they would get one tune. The first steel pan, I think, only had like 5 notes,
Okay.
something to that effect. And then, you know, it went on from there. You know, we have people like Ellie Manette and, you know, a lot of names that I don't, you know, I am afraid that I don't recall all of the names now, but Ellie Manette is, you know, one of
those persons.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the guys that was really instrumental in getting the steel pan to where it's at now.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness.
yeah.
And speaking of the steel pan, and it came out of the oil resources that Trinidad have. A lot of folks don't know Trinidad produce a lot of oil.
Trinidad has, yes, they produce a lot of oil, they produce a lot of natural gas.
Gas.
They, a couple years ago, they were one of the leading export of natural gas, more so than oil, you know.
Wow.
Yes, but within the last, I would say, 50 years or so, Trinidad was looked on as the Arab of the Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And also, they do produce asphalt.
Yes, we have asphalt. We have the Pitch Lake.
Pitch Lake, right.
Which is like a natural wonder of the world, because as much as they remove the pitch, it just comes back.
Keep coming.
It keeps coming and coming. You know, it's just one of those, you know, phenomenons that, you know, we don't have any, you know, say about. Wow. So it's a lot of folks who do not familiar with Trinidad. I've never gone to Trinidad yet myself. Oh, you need to go. You need to go.
I'm going to make sure
you're missing out.
within the coming year. That's going to be my bucket list too.
Great.
To visit Trinidad and Tobago.
Great.
It's also known for a tourist destination.
Yes, along with the steel pan comes the carnival celebration. And the carnival is one of the largest celebration
music and dance.
Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, a lot of other places now have carnivals, but it doesn't compare. If you haven't been to Trinidad Carnival, you need to go, and you need to go with a Trinidadian, somebody that loves to party.
And I know pretty soon the Miami Broward Carnival going to be coming up.
Yes.
I know in Jamaica they celebrate Carnival also.
Yes, they do.
And New York, just about every
everywhere,
country, every
now.
state have
every state, every island, every country now have carnival. We have our own carnival here, the Miami Broward One Carnival, which takes place in October. So that is coming up. The weekend of Columbus Day weekend.
Along with the pageant also.
Along with the Miami pageant, which is in September, and I believe that takes place right here.
Wow.
In the city of Miramar. So we have a lot coming up. Wherever Caribbean people, Trinidadians, Tobagonians, Trinbagonians settle, there is a carnival.
There's a carnival.
Yes.
So the influence of Trinidad and Tobago is so widespread right across the Americas. And it's so that's why we have to celebrate.
Yes, and we have to keep the culture going. A lot of our generation now is second and third generation Americans, and we need to let them know the culture. We need to keep the culture alive. So one of the reasons I believe that this carnival here in Miami is so popular is because we're trying to pass that on to the young people. We are all getting older, so the young people need to know what happens in the Caribbean, what happened in the Caribbean, and they need to continue with that celebration.
And Trinidad and Tobago has the biggest celebration called the Valley.
Diwali.
Diwali, right.
Yes.
And it's one of the biggest in the Western Hemisphere here.
Yeah, that is the celebration of the Indians, the Hindu Indians.
And it's known as the Festival of Lights.
Festival of Lights,
Can
absolutely.
you elaborate a little bit on that?
That again, you know, Trinidad was, a lot of slaves came to Trinidad from Africa. Following that, we had people brought in from India who were then known as indentured laborers. And we all came with our culture. The Africans came with their drumming and their dancing. The Indians came, you know, also with drumming, but they also came with their Festival of Lights and their celebrations, their holy celebrations. So in November, it is another big celebration. Trinidad is a multicultural nation. We have Africans, we have Indians, we have Syrians, we have Chinese, and we all live together in one melting pot. Having said that, all areas celebrate, you know, their own culture. They are allowed to celebrate their own culture, and we all get together and celebrate it with them. So with Diwali, you have the Africans involved in it, the Chinese are involved with it, with Carnival, everyone is involved with it. So yes, it's...
So I would say out of many, the Trinidadian people are one.
Like the Jamaicans say, out of many, one people. Very true, very true.
That's so true, that's so true.
Yes,
The Trinidadian people, they are so friendly, they're very loving, and the limbo. They have that limbo dance.
The limbo dance, yeah,
It's a tradition.
Yeah, and again, you know, that goes back to the days of the slave trade.
Oh, okay.
They said that was started when the slaves were coming over on the ships. The men were kept separate from the women. So at night or in the, you know, dawn, the men would pass under the very low areas to get to the women. And they claim that is how the limbo started. You know, yes. And it's a tradition that grew and is widespread in Trinidad up to this day. And also throughout the world, because like the steel pan, you know, everyone gets on board.
And the limbo is, if you ever travel like as a tourist on a cruise ship or anywhere in the world, you go on vacation, the limbo is something that comes into play.
And the steel pan. I just got back from a cruise on Sunday, last Sunday. And on the cruise ship, we had a Caribbean band, you know, with the steel pan. We didn't have any limbo dancers, but they encouraged people to do the dance, you know. So, of course, I love to dance. So as soon as I hear the music, I'm out there. So I'm always leading whatever comes along.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with Mrs. Myers. And don't go anywhere. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. Thank you. Welcome back. I'm Commissioner Maxwell B. Chambers, and if you're just joining us, we're here discussing the independent of Trinidad and Tobago with my special guest, Mrs. Myers. Welcome back.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay, just tell me about the Trinidad and Tobago flag. What does it mean?
Well, the flag has three colors. It's red, white, and black. And I'm glad I have a little script to go by because I've been away from Trinidad for over 50 years.
Wow.
And, but we'll start with the black. The black represents the dedication of the people by one strong bond, color of strength, unity of purpose, and the wealth of the land. The red represents the expressiveness of the country and the vitality of the land and its people. The white represents the water by which the lands abound, the purity of aspirations, and the nation's heritage and equality for all.
Wow, that's so profound. And for the folks who fought for independence and was able to throw the color and put that together, it's fantastic.
It is fantastic. Our founding fathers had a lot of vision.
A lot of vision.
A lot of vision,
Right.
yes.
And the people, I can't say enough about the people of Trinidad and Tobago. They're always happy, always pleasant. And as I think back as a young boy growing up in Jamaica, and what's always sticks out in my head is a famous gentleman from your country, the Mighty Sparrow.
Oh, yes, yes.
So he gave us so much music, so much hit.
The Calypso King of the world. Yes. He's just been phenomenal. He started off as a teenager and he's now in his 80s, approaching his 90s, and he's still singing and dancing.
And he was a writer, a composer, very talented.
Very talented. His range of music, spans generation, and he can go from calypso to jazz to R&B. His genre of music is just, so phenomenal.
As a young child, I thought he was Jamaican. Because my grandparents played up music so much, it's like it was typical in my home growing up in Jamaica.
Yes, well, he was born in Grenada, but came to Trinidad as a child.
Okay.
So he is a Trinidadian. We've claimed him.
He was adopted in Trinidad.
Yes, I guess, he got to know about the calypso and other things from growing up in Trinidad around, the peoples of the land.
And Trinidad and Tobago also produced Miss World.
Yes, we had our first Miss World, Penny Commission.
Right.
Way back
Way
in
back,
the day.
Yeah.
Then we've had Miss Universe, Wendy. And
Okay.
Yeah. So, we also have some, real, track and field athletes.
That's right. Yeah.
So we've done some.
And the most famous singer here in the United States, Nicki Minaj, is also of Trinidad descent.
She is of Trinidad descent,
Right.
but again, for the young people. She apparently is doing, marvelous things, and she has maintained our name on the map. So thank you, Nikki.
And I think about another gentleman, Montano.
In the soca field?
In the soca field.
Yes, Marshall Montano.
Right.
Yeah, he also is doing phenomenal things. He too started off singing as a child, and he has continued, and he's doing very well.
And he's a very nice gentleman. I have the pleasure of seeing him at one of the carnival a few years ago. And it so happened to be my birthday.
Oh.
So I had a big birthday on the stage with
Marshall.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's one of my biggest birthdays yet.
Yes, yes.
It was really fantastic. Such a lovely gentleman.
Yeah, he's doing marvelous things, and he's getting around to the different countries, the different islands, and really promoting the soca. Yes.
Right. Thank you. And just to go back to the celebration here before we wrapped up, any thought and the first celebration here by the City of Miramar put together celebrating Trinidad and Tobago independence? Any final thought on that?
Yes, it was well received, and for something that was just put together within a couple days, I'll say that it was well done. The food was excellent. Thank you, to the people that provided the food. Thank you to the City of Miramar. Thank you to you, Commissioner Chambers, for I don't know if you're the one that had the thought to
Yes.
put it together.
Yes.
Yes, so we
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
And it was well received. We would have liked to see a bit more folks out there, but I guess because of the time frame, the word didn't get around. But for those of us who came out, we had a jolly good time. Yes.
I think we had somewhere between 300 and 400 people.
Was it that amount?
Yeah,
Yes.
because we had about 300 that signed up.
Okay.
And
okay.
maybe a little over 300. I think it was between 300 and 400.
Oh, very nice. I guess because of the open area.
Open space, right.
Yes,
right.
it didn't seem as well. But again, thanks to all the people that, got together at short notice. The Lauderdale Steel Ensemble, the steel pan that performed. Thank you all. And again, thanks to the vendors. Much thanks to the City of Miramar and especially to you, Commissioner Chambers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're looking forward to having some more celebrations. I know we have a lot of all the different community people here.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of Jamaicans, we have a lot of Haitians, we have a lot of, Hispanics.
Guyanese. And
there's always something going on, which is very, very nice. It's not something that we see in all cities.
And last night, a good friend of mine jumped right in, Hispanic gentleman, and was helping to serve food. And
yes.
I haven't seen him in a while, and he just came right in. It was beautiful. It was just fantastic.
It was. It was.
And the caterer was great. Just everyone was just phenomenal.
Yes, yes. Right. And again, we really appreciate.
Okay. So, Mrs. Myers, thank you so much for joining us today, and Commissioner Corner.
Thank you for having me.
Looking forward to the next big celebration of Trinidad and Tobago here at the City of Miramar. And for those of you who missed it, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We had a good time.
Make sure you join us next time to celebrate another wonderful event independent of Trinidad and Tobago. I am Commissioner Maxwell B. Chambers. I'll see you next time on Commission Corner. Thank you so much for watching.